Hi everyone, and welcome to this live show of our OWASP project, Core Business Application Security. During the live show, I'm going to discuss the different aspects of the project, discuss the first part of the project, which is the security aptitude assessment, how to utilize it in your own organizations, and how to work with the analysis to determine different gap scenarios that are related to people. Our main focus in the first part of this project is people assessment. Diving into this project, expanding it, we are looking to add the process and technology assessments as well. To navigate to our project or to find our project, it's under the OWASP organization foundation. Under the projects folder, and you will find it in the incubator projects as Core Business Application Security. Our main page introduces the project, why we came up to do this project, what was the need for it, describes different elements of the projects, the main elements that we use to do the assessment or the analysis, starting with the no monkey security metrics, which involves the security operational functions of by NIST, defined by NIST, which is the identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover, and then the IPAC model, our own IPAC model, which are the integration, platform, access, customization of different core business applications. Our main objectives at this time is to tackle SAP solutions. We are looking to expand to other core business applications, but we have started with the SAP solutions. So three different objectives for this project. First objective is definitely to achieve this objective. We have a goal to creating an assessment, which is what we're going to discuss now, the security aptitude assessment. Some stuff to navigate through, getting started through this project, to get an idea of how to start the assessment, the analysis part, what are we looking down the roadmap for, different kinds of stuff that we are working on. You can always follow this through here or through our GitHub repository. Our GitHub repository shows you the different tasks that we are doing now, where you can help us, where we need help, and I'll discuss that on a later down the road. Going back to the OWASP project, as I said, right, incubator projects, and then you definitely have the areas of contribution, explaining how or which areas would if you'd like to contribute, which areas you can be involved in, and then finally the downloads that you need to do your assessment analysis. You could directly download it from our GitHub repository under analysis, or just follow the link here and it will direct you directly to that link. So let's start by first downloading the analysis and then downloading the assessment, which will be used for survey takers, and finally the survey. And this will be used to accumulate survey taker assessments or survey taker results. All right, let me just copy them here really quickly so we can work with them. All right, interesting. Opening the survey file, we have here the results. As I said, all these results come from different assessments that you in your organization do. So if it is 3-4 different employees, colleagues that you give this assessment for, all the results should come here. The assessment looks like this, where the most important thing to identify is the assessment ID. Each survey taker should have a different ID number in order for different results, or in order to get the proper results. The name, position, department, this depends on you if you want to keep it internally, and this is up to you. So the first part of our question looks into the 3 lines of defense. Again, the 3 lines of defense are explained in the analysis, which I'll come to. The second part of the assessment looks at the responsibilities in the IPAC model. A survey taker would see where he is or she is responsible in the different IPAC model: integration, platform, access, and customization. And then looks at the security operation functions of NIST, still under the responsibility area. Our fourth area is the knowledge and confidence in an area within the NIST cybersecurity functions. The fifth area is the IPAC model, and finally 3 questions that determine behavioral questions that say, depending on their experience, depending on how they see a problem happens, and so on. The more, as I said, the more survey takers you accumulate, you have people doing this, the more the analysis is better. And definitely after the assessment is done, the most important thing is going to the data sheet, taking these results and copying them to the survey. You can do a direct link from the survey to the assessment, so you don't have to change them every time, but copy, paste, easier. And then finally, we open the analysis. In the analysis, you need to make sure, first of all, is that the data or the data links are actually linked to where you have placed the project. Mine is under the user's desktop CBAS project, and it links to this one, so I don't need to change it. If you need to change it, you need to change the source accordingly. The guidelines of the analysis, as I said, you could find the goals, you could find the different, the 3 lines of defense, different elements that we use. One of them is the 3 lines of defense that I was discussing. The monkey security metrics, again, a brief overview of what it is, how we use it, and the IPAC model, where you could understand the whole analysis. Now, looking at the data, we can see that this is directly linked to the survey. Let's add another survey taker. I'm just going to copy this guy here, paste it, and just change the ID to 4. So 4 survey takers. Let's just make this, and we see that we have a direct link to the survey file, and the results are here. All we need to do after that is refresh. So we could get our pivot tables according to our survey takers in order for it to do the actual calculations. Adding more survey takers, we can add 2 more survey takers. Let's do that really quickly. So I'm just gonna copy this data here. Remember that you need to take that from the assessments that you distribute in your organization. So this is survey taker number 5 and survey taker number 6. Yes. All right. We can see here it's still not updated, but we can see that the data has been reflected. The minute that we refresh, we get the 6 survey takers accordingly. So going to the analysis, we can see different areas. To start with, we see the 3 lines of defense. The 3 lines of defense represent the majority. Where does the majority of the survey takers fall under, in which department, security, operations, or audit? In this specific survey, we see that 95% of the survey takers are related to the security department in one way or another. And this, once we expand and tune our analysis, will be directly linked to the behavior, which is the last part of the questions, which I will come to at the later stage. Now, coming to the security operational functions defined by NIST under the responsibility area, we see the higher the result is, the more the gap we have. We could see under detection mechanisms or detection area, we see that there is a huge gap, and this is where one of our main risks is identified. Another risk that we would like to identify is the knowledge or the gap, knowledge gap. We see here that most of the responsibility, they have a lot of responsibility under the respond and recover areas. But at the same time, the knowledge or confidence in working in those areas are low. So this can cause a risk down the road, or is causing a risk at the moment, where when there's a breach and you need to respond, there is not enough knowledge or confidence for responding to a specific breach, for instance. In the IPAC model, under the IPAC model, we see the same thing, the high gap in responsibilities under customization. We see that there is good knowledge in that area, so we can play around with the employees we have to actually customize to fix that gap area, if you may say, in the responsibility. And vice versa, in the platform area, we see a high responsibility, but there is low to no knowledge around the platform model or platform area of the IPAC model. Continuing with the assessment, we now will see the different mappings in responsibility and knowledge against each area of the IPAC and NIST areas in what we call the no monkey security matrix. As we can see here, is that we can see a relation or we can see a gap where we need to concentrate on in the detection area under the platform access or customization of different core business applications, in specific to our analysis right now, SAP solutions. In the knowledge gap, we want to concentrate into enhancing training specifically in these areas where we need to reduce the percentage of where people are not knowledgeable or are not confident in doing. And finally, the last part of the assessment looks at how people respond to the three last assessment questions, which this is a start to the behavioral understanding of different employees, where we want to expand it, tune it, when we have more results, to tune it to the three lines of defense and directly map it to see, all right, so security, they are 95% security under the security department, so how would they respond to different behavioral questions? Mainly this is the analysis. Just to recap, you could find these files under the OWASP website or directly from our GitHub repository. To continue finally, where areas of contribution are most welcome, and we are looking for people to contribute to this project, is definitely the tuning of the analysis. We want to gather as much results as possible, so we could tune the results, map them to different elements of the project, and then hopefully try to make it as clear as possible or as proper as possible. Then we are looking into tool development, either to automate the whole thing. As you see, there's a lot of 3 different files for Excel, where you need to copy paste the results in order to do your analysis, and we believe that a tool is necessary. Either we utilize an existing tool, like a great project on OWASP is the Security Knowledge Framework. If that meets our requirements, we could edit it and enhance it to meet our requirements, or develop our own tool. Then we'd like to definitely map different processes and technologies. This is where the help of security experts in different enterprise business applications is necessary. Down the line, yes, we'd like to add other enterprise business applications other than SAP solutions, Microsoft, Oracle, the top guys, and then going down the line. And whoever would like to create documentation, guides, wikis, and any other ideas that you guys would like to add to this project, we are happy to hear about. And finally, if you want to get involved, we have a Discord channel. You could either write this link down or just take the last part as an invitation and join our Discord channel for open discussions, for any questions and questions you have, inquiries, latest features that we will release, and so on. As I said, this is our GitHub repository, and I hope you liked the live show. Thank you for watching.